Welcome back to Health Fit. Today we'll be participating in one of my favorite forms of exercise, dancing. We had so much fun dancing with you last season that I wanted to create a whole episode focused on how dancing can not only be enjoyable, but strengthening, full of discipline and technique, and long-lasting endurance. It's a perfect confidence booster and very social. I will be joining you with one of my best girls as we move to some songs specifically choreographed for you. And now, as I like to say, if you're ready, I'm ready. Hey guys, as I mentioned earlier, we had a ton of fun dancing last season, and that's why we wanted to bring that fun back to you. However, this time around, we will take a slightly different approach. Sure, we understand that dancing is fun and beneficial, but why is that? Let's look at a choreographed piece by me and try to understand each movement and how it affects your body. As I teach Bing the choreography, I will explain each movement and then we will try the full dance together. All right, Bing, come on up over here. So before we get started, I do want to clarify that this is a warm-up dance, okay? So what that means is that it will raise your body temperature, it will increase your heart rate, and you might break a little bit of a sweat, which is exactly what we want before our more intense workout, all right? There will be 5 main movements we're gonna look at, and we're going to repeat each movement a couple of times because that is the key to warming up, is in the repetition. Keep in mind that not all movements will actually target a specific part of your body, because the key is to incorporate the whole body so that you can become more active and your body can be introduced to that movement that you're about to do later on in your workout. So let's look at our first movement. It's going to be a simple jazz square. So starting on the right, we're going to cross, cross, back, back, switch to left, cross, back, back. Let's do one more time. Good. And left side. Perfect. Now we're gonna add those arms, okay? So we'll get more movement in our upper body. Again, starting on our right, we're going to go close, open, close, and down. Close, open, close, and down. One more time. Good. Down, close, open, close, and down. Nice. How's that feel? Easy?
Yes.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Next movement will actually target a part of our body, our core, okay? So imagine it's a crunch, except to the side, which means it'll target more of your obliques, okay? So starting on the right, we want to match up our knee to our elbow. So we're gonna raise up, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and switch to the left. Go up, 2, 3, and 4. Notice that whenever I do that crunch, essentially, I'm really squeezing to the side, okay? You really want to squeeze those obliques. Another alternative to crunches are standing straight crunches. So from here, you just squeeze the center, and that's gonna target the center of your abs. We won't do that today, but I thought it might be a cool little tip to look at. Our next movement doesn't have a particular name, actually. It's something I came up with, but it will involve your whole body again, upper and lower, and they're sort of like little lunges, okay? So you're gonna start on the right, gonna go single, single, double, double, single, single, double, single, single, double. One more time, single, single, and double. When you do this, make sure that your arms are straight. You don't want to keep them down. You don't want to keep them too far up. Just nice and parallel to the floor, okay? Don't go too low or else you won't be able to switch that weight quickly with the beat of the song.
Sounds good.
Final movement. Again, it's sort of like a little lunge to the side, okay? You're gonna match each knee and you're gonna pump it up, okay? Starting with the right knee, right, left, pump it up, and left, right, pump it up. One more time on the right, and switch to the left. Are you feeling ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's get the dance started. Starting with a jazz square on the right. Here we go. And 5, 6, ready, and back, back, left. Good. Right. Good. And let's add those arms. Good. Close, open, close, and down. Nice. Keep it up. All right, here we go. Last one. And 1, 1, go 2. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Good. Good. Ready? Right knee. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready. Switch. Left. Up. And 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6. Let's take it from the top with a jazz square. Right. Good. Again. Nice. Left. Again. Right. Let's add those arms. And single, single, double. Single, single, double. Good. Keep going. And single, single, double. All right, let's take it down to the knee. And right, left, up. Left, right, go up. Pump it up. Good. Left, and right, left, pump it up. Left, right, pump it up. Crunch. 4 count. 2, 3, 4. Switch. Left, 2. We'll take it from the top. Jazz square. Good. Ready? Let's add the arms. In, close, open, close, and down. Don't forget to breathe. Here we go. And single, single, double. Good. And single, single, double. Good. Take it low and right, left, pump it up. Left, right, up. Good. Nice. Pump it up. Woo. Are you feeling warm?
That was intense.
Good. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Bing, for being here. And I hope all of you were able to dance along with us. Don't go anywhere. The Health Food Kitchen is next. Bye. High five. Yeah.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El Que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow, they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hey you! If you don't already know, I am a huge advocate of protein. However, today is not just about protein, but vitamins and minerals too. I'll be making a green smoothie that will be so delicious that you forget how good it really is for you. Our main component will be kale, so before we get started, I want to list 3 reasons why kale should be part of your diet. Interestingly, kale has more iron than beef per calorie, and iron is very beneficial for those who are anemic. But even if you aren't, don't cheat yourself from this powerful plant. Kale is a powerful antioxidant, which makes it an instant metabolism booster. So if you get tired of green tea, eat some kale. Kale is high in vitamin A and K and C. Each of these vitamins has a different benefit. To list a few, vitamin C boosts the immune system, vitamin A strengthens the skin, and vitamin K supports healthy bone structure. Just because the smoothie is green does not mean that all the ingredients have to be. So let's go ahead and get started with our list of ingredients. Like I already mentioned, we're gonna have some kale here. I would suggest about a cup and a half cup of frozen peaches, of course a scoop of vanilla protein, half cup of pineapple, frozen pineapple, about 1 to 2 teaspoons of flaxseed, a cup of almond milk, and we're gonna be using half of our banana here. So let's just go ahead and get started with our milk. As I already mentioned, we'll be using half of the banana. So I'm just going to, yeah, I'd say that's about half. It's okay to add the ingredients. You can always use whatever you want to make it to the likeness of your preference. Pineapple. Let's go ahead and add that protein. Flaxseed. And we're gonna finish up with our kale. Make sure it gets in there so it blends well. And I would say, let's give it a whirl. All right, I think it's time to give it a try. There we are. Ooh, that is icy. All right. Wow, it tastes just like vanilla with pineapple. That is amazing. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Next up, we have active updates.
Chef Patty here. Why should you include avocados as part of your family's balanced diet? It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Number 1. Avocados fill you up. Avocados contain unsaturated fats, good fats your body needs to help with the absorption of key nutrients.
Me hungry right now.
Number 2.
Avocados are good for you.
Avocados are naturally cholesterol and sodium-free, plus they contain nearly 20 vitamins and nutrients.
Me need vitamins and nutrients, and number 3, avocado delicious.
Try avocados in place of ingredients higher in saturated fat. Avocados taste great in sandwiches, salads, and even in baked goods like cookies.
Avocado cookies? This match made in heaven.
This is your new kitten, or your new puppy. Every day, 70,000 puppies and kittens just like them are born in the U.S. Cute, right? Well, what's not cute is that half of all litters are accidents. And when a kitten has a litter of oopsies and a puppy has a litter of uh-ohs, pretty soon you have thousands and thousands of OMGs. And that leads to millions of pets being killed in shelters each year. But if 80% of pet owners say they believe in spaying and neutering, then what gives? Well, it turns out those sweet little fuzzballs can get pregnant sooner than you think. A lot sooner. But here's the good news. You can stop the accident before it happens. You just have to remember one number. 4, as in 4 months. When you bring home Maggie or Ruby or Puddle or Clyde, get them fixed at 4 months. It can be old enough to get pregnant, and it's definitely young enough to make a difference. Prevent more, fix at month 4.
Hey there, this is Active Updates with Mika, and I'm here to keep you updated on trending topics, new finds, and health info to support your active lifestyle. Today we've explored many benefits of dancing, and even broken down a dance into its individual movements to show how many different body parts dancing uses. But if you're still not sure if dancing is for you, consider this. Whether you're line dancing, ballroom dancing, break dancing, or just freestyling it, they all have one thing in common: happiness. Yep, that's right. Dancing isn't just physically beneficial, it's mind-altering. This fun form of exercise is now being recognized by scientists for its impact on your brain. When you dance, a number of positive changes take place in your brain. According to the Harvard Neuroscience Institute, dancing has been found to improve your memory, reduce stress, and help with certain cognitive skills like visual recognition and decision-making. Dance also enhances your mood by releasing serotonin neurotransmitters in your brain, making you feel more lively and positive. Dancing has even been found to help develop new neural connections, which is why it's being used for more than just a mood booster. Recently, doctors have started using dance as a way to treat Parkinson's disease, which is a progressive neurological movement disorder. I know it sounds far-fetched, but it really does work. PET scans have shown that during dance, regions of the brain associated with coordination and planning are stimulated. The amazing effects that dance have on the brain have inspired a treatment technique called rhythmic auditory stimulation. This is a technique where a series of fixed rhythms are presented to a patient and they're asked to move with them. This movement aids in brain function and reduces many of the symptoms that come with Parkinson's. Pretty amazing, right? Now, while this groovy new recovery may be helping patients all across America, let's not forget that for the rest of us, dance is just a fun way to improve our overall health. So get up and get dancing. Thanks for tuning in today. This has been Active Updates with Mika. I'll see you next time.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. But give idle hands a place to go, a purpose, and they're capable of amazing things.
From Iraq and Afghanistan, our brave warriors are coming home, wounded. Some with wounds you can see, some with wounds you can't see. Wounded Warrior Project was created to support our men and women coming off the battlefield. Please help carry these warriors the rest of the way home. Get involved at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It started with the original care package, and millions more like it. Passed from hand to hand, across land and sea, to help survivors in the aftermath of war. As we grew, we found better ways to help those in need. Ways to make a real difference, not just today, but tomorrow as well. Be the difference in people's lives. Help deliver lasting change at care.org.
Dancing has many reputations. It's graceful, powerful, requires coordination, or is simply fun. Our guest speaker today takes on a form of dancing that is often not thought of as a sport, but does indeed require hard work. You have to put in just as much practice to get the footwork, timing, and rhythm just right, and is performed all over the world. Let's welcome our ballroom dancing guest, Cassidy Johnson. Hey Cassidy, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in ballroom dancing?
It'll be 2 years this May.
Wow, and how'd you get started?
So it was the summer before I started college, and I had 1 credit hour to fill in my schedule, and my advisor said, well, why don't you try some PE? And at that point in my life, getting off the couch was like an aerobic workout. So that was a little scary, and I said, okay, well, what's fun? She said, dance is fun. Yes. And so I signed up to take it and instantly freaked out. I was like, I don't know how to dance.
Really?
So I went to my local studio and took a few group classes and just fell in love with it. The rest is history.
Isn't that funny how it all started? Like, you know, you weren't sure, and then you certainly loved it. That's awesome. What motivates you to keep going?
It's really changed my life and my lifestyle. I lost 100 pounds the first 10 months after I came to college and started dancing.
Incredible! Congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, it's my passion, and I feel most like myself when I'm on the floor. So I just love to do it.
Yes. Do you compete?
I do.
Okay. And I think you mentioned that you have a competition coming up.
Yes, next Friday I'll be on the road again.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Where are you going?
I'm going to St. Louis, Missouri.
What's a competition like for you?
It's a lot of glitter, a lot of spray tan, but
really?
Yes, that's a thing. We do the whole Oompa Loompa spray tan. It's just part of the performance, but it's a lot of fun. Judges, there's national leaderboards, you have rankings, you score points. It's definitely, like you said, a sport. It's very competitive, and so there's a lot of pageantry, but there's also a lot of physical performance and really competitive vibes.
Yes. So how does working with a partner tie into all of this? How does it feel? Is it easy working with somebody else to get the results you're going for?
I would not say easy, but it's definitely rewarding. There's a lot of accountability when you work with a partner because you really are a team in what you do. And so it's like if I expect him to, you know, be in shape or to have the moves ready or anything, he has the same right to expect it from me.
Yes.
And so it's a really good balance, you know, make sure everybody's always working and improving, and we really support each other as partners. So it's a lot of fun.
Yes. So you mentioned competitiveness and competition. Do you think in any way does that make the sport or dancing less enjoyable because of that competition?
It's actually interesting that you say that. When I first started competing, I wasn't really getting the results that I had hoped for, and I was getting really down on myself, and it's easy to really see yourself as a failure when you don't see the results that you thought you might see.
You don't meet those expectations.
Yeah, I actually almost quit competing after my first few because it was so much like I wasn't sure about it. But what I've come to realize recently is that competing is really about what you make of it and what you can learn from the experience. And so you can see things that you like, you can see things that you need to improve on, you can see who is getting the results you want, and you can really learn from that. And so I've come to view competitions as more of not like a judgment on myself or who I am as a person, but as a learning experience to grow.
Are there any stigmas that you'd like to put an end to, especially towards ballroom dancing?
I think definitely when you see, like I said, the glitter and you see all the pageantry, it's very easy to see it like a beauty pageant or something like that where you don't consider it a sport. But it is extremely physically demanding. We're in the gym like every day, at the studio all the time.
Yes.
So I'd really love for people to be able to see it as a legitimate sport rather than as some sort of pageant or just a hobby.
Yes, I understand. How has dancing affected your healthy lifestyle and your health condition in particular? I mean, I understand you've lost 100 pounds, obviously, but you know, that in itself is a huge change. But is there something else that you can share with us as far as how you feel, even just mentally?
Yeah, I think mental health is huge. I actually suffered from a lot of anxiety and social anxiety. Before I started dancing, I actually almost turned around in the parking lot the first night I drove to the studio and went home, which would have probably been one of the biggest mistakes of my life. But and now I'm here talking to you on camera, and I go and
what I thought.
Yeah, and perform in front of people and judges. And before I couldn't even go through a drive-through at a restaurant, you know. So it really, like, mental, physical health, everything. It's just become so much of my life. It's
confidence
great.
boosting because you love it. That's what we try to enunciate here, you know, at Health Fit, is to love the sport that you do and the activity you do, and it's obvious that you do that. What kind of advice can you give to somebody who's, you know, who might be at the same spot that you were at that time, you know, not even being able to go through a drive-through? What would you say to that kind of person who wants to put themselves out there?
I think the biggest thing I can say is that don't let the fear that you won't be good at something or that you can't do something be the reason that you don't try. Because if I hadn't kind of really gone out of my comfort zone and, you know, given this a shot, I never would have discovered that ballroom dance is like my passion, you know? So no matter what sort of lifestyle or healthy life choice you might want to try, like, just don't be afraid to give it a shot if it sounds like something interesting to you.
Yeah. Perfect. Sounds amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for joining us. I think your story is beautiful, and I hope it truly impacts other people as well. Thank you, everyone, for watching once again and tuning in. Don't forget to keep moving and love your greens. You can catch up with us on Facebook at The Health Fit Show. I'm Joanna, and we're Health Fit. Stay active.